welcome to my channel. Today I am going to be talking about how my Bible reading challenge is going. It's a new month, it's the beginning of a new month, so I'm trying to update once a month on how this is going. So far this month, it's gone pretty well. I will say I'm like a couple days behind where I would like to be, but at this rate, I should still be done in early November instead of December, because my goal was to be done by December or like the end of December, just before the year's over. But I started in June and my goal was 6 months, so we'll see how that goes. We'll see if I can get it done by the beginning of November. But yeah, so it's going really well. There's a lot of good stuff in here. Sometimes with going at this faster pace, I maybe don't absorb as much, which can be kind of a pain. And since I read in the morning, sometimes my brain's not really awake. But there's a lot of really good things in there. So I will tell you just what books I have gone through this month. I've gone through Judges. Well, I wrapped up Judges because I was at the end of it last month. And then Romans, Ruth, Ephesians, 1 Samuel, Philippians, 2 Samuel, Colossians, 1 Kings, Jonah, Philemon, 2 Kings, and I just started Luke today. I read like the first 9 chapters. I was like, it's 9 chapters, it shouldn't be too bad. But it still took me like an entire hour to read it because Luke, I don't know. It's maybe I just haven't paid attention before, but like some of the chapters are really long in Luke and I never like realized that before. So yeah, so that was really good to read through that because it was talking about how like John the Baptist's birth foretold, then Jesus's birth foretold, Jesus's birth, and then it's going through like the ministry work of Jesus, which was really cool to start that out. And then I finished Proverbs as well because like I think I've mentioned in the past that they have it so that you read an Old Testament or New Testament book and either Psalms or Proverbs depending on the month. And last month, well, the first half of the month I should say, was Proverbs, just wrapping that up, like the second half of it basically. So I'm in Psalms right now, and it looks like next month they have me reading, instead of Psalms, I am supposed to be reading Ecclesiastes, and that would be for what is on this 1-year plan for July. But obviously it's September, like I've mentioned, I'm using a 1-year plan, but I'm just using it as a guide as to what to read to get through it. But yeah, so I'm in Ecclesiastes, and it looks like Songs of Songs, and then back into Psalms by the end of the month that's marked July, and then I'll be in Psalms like the rest, the second half of this month as well. So, because Psalms is long, there's a lot of chapters there. It's really good though. I love Psalms. But yeah, so that's what I've been up to. Those are all the books I read. Like I said, I'm a couple days behind because we're already into September and I don't even have anything marked on this next month yet. So I should be starting that tomorrow, and hopefully this weekend I won't be as crazy busy and I'll be able to catch up a bit. Last week was just nuts between like my son getting hurt and then my kids started back at youth group. So that we had to get them there. And then my oldest took his drive test on Thursday and he passed. So he has his license now. Yay! We're going to take him car shopping. He's had a full-time job for almost a year now. So we have to take him car shopping because he's saved up money so that he could buy his own car. And then Friday was just nuts because it was technically our anniversary, our 21st. But like we had to take my daughter to her second interview. Unfortunately, she found out yesterday she didn't get that job. She's been looking for a long time. So pray for her that she will find a job soon because she's really discouraged. She has a boyfriend that spoils her, and I think she kind of wants to spoil him back. And then we had to go to the chiropractor for the hubby and I because I've had some like upper back issues, and he did, but it seems to have helped him. But I'm almost done. I think I will be healed soon. I think I just need to eat better because it's causing inflammation. I know it is because in the past, like if I eat off plan, I would feel a lot of inflammation in my back. So yeah, so Friday is just like crazy. So daughter did an interview, then the chiropractor, and then we had to go pick my son up like almost a half hour away for orthodontist appointment. So I'm hoping he gets a car soon, so that he could take over the youth group drop off, because he actually has a small group that he goes to the same night, or he might switch to helping out with youth group. He's not sure yet. So yeah, so it's just been a little bit nuts. Oh, and then this weekend we also did go out to like dinner to celebrate our anniversary. But that was basically it. We wanted to maybe take a trip this year, but then with everybody getting sick earlier in the year and my husband like missing a week of work without pay basically, and then also because he like had missed days before that and was out of sick pay because we were sick for like a month. It was crazy. And then yeah, so we didn't really get away. We just wanted to get away for maybe like a night at the beach because that's our happy place, but we just couldn't pull it off this year because we had medical bills come in from that as well that were unexpected. So yeah, so it's been a little crazy, but even in that craziness of life, I encourage everyone to try to get into the Bible. And yeah, it's never too late to start your own Bible reading challenge. I've mentioned that every time I've done these recap update videos, because yeah, it's super important to your faith. And also, yeah, it's like the most important book, and it's, like I said, never too late to get started. You don't have to finish by the end of the year, because I know it's kind of late in the year at this point, and it's a big book, so it's a lot to read. But you could even just like maybe set a goal to be done by like, I don't know, February or March, and that could work. Or try to read through it in a year, whatever pace you want to go at. It's good. It's important. I try to do it, I've mentioned before, once a year. I try to read through the entire Bible. That's why I do it in 6 months, is because the first half of the year I try to read theological books and other books that I find beneficial. But it's best to be rooted in the Word for discernment, because those books are good, but the Bible will help us discern like if a book is not so good to be reading. But yeah, so like as far as theological, because there's a lot of weird theological books out there that aren't actually solid. So the Bible helps with the discernment on that. And so yeah, I just encourage everyone to try to read through the Bible at least once a year, maybe once every other year, whatever works for you. But yeah, it's been really good, and I think it's like helped me to maybe see things. Each time I read through it, I feel like I'm seeing things that I maybe missed in the past. So it's been good, and I'm thankful that I have it written and can read it. I have multiple copies even, so I'm thankful for that, because yeah, it's been huge. There's always new things to learn from there and glean. So yeah, I think that's about gonna do it for me today. I'm hoping to release by the end of this week on Friday, if I can get my act together. I'm planning on filming it today, so if you see a video on Friday and I'm wearing the same thing, that's why. But yeah, I'm hoping to film a small space homeschool tour today, which will be short because small space homeschool tour. So anyway, hopefully I will have that out by the end of this week, and I will see you all next time. Bye.